Okay. That's all you can worry about. Because I'm going to start the game right away. And you'll get the game on your phone. No. YouTube will have to be open on something else. You play the game on your phone. I'm going to send it to you on Facebook. That's my YouTube channel.
Game will start soon, everyone. Just trying to tech support people into this.
Yes, the driver underscore button.
Just trying to tech support my mom and be right back. Are you watching?
No, I've done nothing. I'm on YouTube. What am I supposed to do on YouTube? Well, how do I go to that site? I clicked that in there and it says there's nothing there.
Okay, so what is happening is when you're on your phone, it'll give you a website to go to. Underscore one. I'll call you right back, or I'll start talking on the phone. I'm on the phone, yes. I'll tell you when it comes time. Just listen and I'll explain it everywhere at once. On your tablet.
If anyone has questions, please type it into the YouTube chat. This will be starting right away. What's going to happen is, once I start, we'll pick a game. It'll then give us a website you have to go to on your phone. And there'll be a little code. play Fibbage XL first. So you wanted to go to the website jackbox.tv. When you get there, you're going to enter the room code at the bottom there. So NAJC. You'll then put in what your play name would be. And hit play.
Hey there, I'm Cookie, and I'm hosting this game as court-ordered community service. 5 players. Okay, if we get stranded during this game, please eat me first. Let's do this. This is round 1, and that means you get 500 points for everyone you fool with your made-up answer. And you'll get 1,000 for finding the truth. Time to pick a category. Well, we ain't waiting forever. Okay, here's your first question. In 2009, a Russian man shocked the medical world when it was discovered he had a 5-centimeter-long blank growing in his lung. Now use your device to type a lie that might fool the other players into believing it. If you get stuck, for half the points you can use the help button and get a suggestion. Do it now! Okay, here are your choices. Find the truth and enter it on your device. Okay, let's take a look. And it was also... That was weird. Luckily, he wasn't a smoker, or he might have caused a tiny forest fire. And that's it. Nobody else's lives got picked.
Yeah, Michael sucks.
Alright, pick a category. Okay, here's the question. You are experiencing the Mariko Aoki phenomenon when you have the urge to poop while blank. Type in your lies now. Okay, which one's the truth? Okay, what did everyone pick? Well, don't you feel foolish. And you're experiencing the young Cookie Masterson phenomenon when you actually do it in the reference section. And look at what we have left. One single, lonely, pitiful lie. Select a category. Okay, here's the question. It's time for a road trip. While in Florence, New Jersey, be sure to check out the auto repair shop, which, according to its owner, has an operational toilet once owned by blank. Enter your lies now. Hurry, hit the lie for me button if you can't think of something. Okay, here are your choices. All right, who picked what? And that means some of these didn't get picked. This is round 2, which means all point values are doubled. Exciting. All right, pick a category. Okay, here's the question. According to a Chinese myth, if a vampire comes across a sack of rice, he must blank. Type in your lies now. Hurry up, use a suggestion if you can't think of anything. All right, where's the truth? Let's see what everybody selected. And if they come across Anne Rice, they have to thank her for making them popular. And nobody fell for some of these ingenious lies. Time to pick a category. Okay, here's the question. Highway construction in Iceland was delayed in 2013 after advocates claimed the project would destroy the natural land where blank live and thrive. Enter your lies now. Hurry, hit the lie for me button if you can't think of something. Okay, here you go. Find the truth. All right, let's see what everybody picked. It worked, said a hobo wearing Spock ears and a Santa hat. And nobody picked the other lies up there. All right, pick a category. It's not hard. You know what? We'll just stick with this one. Okay, here's the question. Allgrim Acres is a 9-hole miniature golf course oddly located in an Illinois blank. Type in your lies now. Okay, which one's the truth? All right, who picked what? It's hard to get your ball out of the cup, though. Those holes are 6 feet deep. And that means... Welcome to the final fibbage. This is your final question, and it's worth triple. It's anybody's game. Here's your final fibbage question. Strange brand name for the cigarettes sold by the Enlightened Tobacco Company in the 1990s. Enter your lies now. Hurry, hit the lie for me button if you can. Okay, here are your choices. Okay, what did everyone pick? And the rest of the board goes unselected.
Hello to you, and welcome to Lie Swatter, the massive true or false trivia game. We can accommodate a huge number of players in a game. So many players, in fact, you may want to get the people at the Guinness Book of World Records on the phone. All right then, before we get started, don't forget, new players can go to this website and enter this room code to join the game at any time. Let's play. You're going to see 7 crazy facts pulled from these fact categories. Russian President Vladimir Putin wrestled a yak after being re-elected. Use your device to pick whether you think the fact is true or a lie. JFK printed his speeches in Braille so he never had to look down. Jodie Foster's movies Freaky Friday and Taxi Driver were released the same year. Deliciosophobia is an extreme or irrational fear of bacon. There's a restaurant in Brooklyn that only sells gourmet gum. Seven Up's name is a reference to the 7 deadly sins.
I've gotten them all wrong. Let's keep going.
Leonardo da Vinci really hated Michelangelo. And here's where everyone stands at the end of round 1. Here are your new fact categories. Kim Jong-un's age is unknown. Guinness offered Guinness Lime for a limited time in 2011.
I hope that's a lie.
Over 50% of koalas have chlamydia. A circus bear came in third place as a write-in the 2012 Russian presidential election.
He came in fourth.
Michael Jackson's bathtub was filled with non-poisonous moon jellies. Racehorses went on strike from 1922 to 1923. Ronald Reagan was born without the senses of taste or smell.
Does that mean he has the Rona?
Here are your scores. For the final round, all the facts will be about one category. That category is international space. Which of these facts about the space programs of the world are true, and which ones are lies? Bjork is a scientific advisor to the Icelandic space program. Australia has the world's oldest space program. Nigeria has a space program. Canada's space program spent $95 total in 2012.
Or one American nickel.
Iran launched 2 turtles into space in 2010. England has never sent a human into space. Portugal claimed ownership of Venus in 1699. Let's see the final scores.
keyboard, just type whatever.
Hi there. Thank you for playing Drawful. 6 players? Check. The right amount for 2 rounds of drawing? Check. All right, enough jibber jabber. Let's play. Okay, I'm sending a title to each of your devices. Something weird, like Crime Dog or Snowpiercer. Draw a picture on your device that would have that title, and when you're done, hit send, and you'll get points for each player that can correctly guess your title. So, get to drawing.
Hey!
I have all your pictures now. These are interesting. Let's take a look. Now, use your device to type in what you think the title for this picture could have been. Or better yet, something you think could trick the other players into thinking it's the title. You'll get points for every player that picks your answer.
Hey!
All right, here are your choices. Now pick the title you think really inspired this drawing.
Hey!
And here are your picks. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's take a look at our next piece of art. Type in a convincing title now.
Hey!
Here are your choices.
Hey!
All right, who picked what? It's hard to know who's to blame for everybody getting this one wrong. And our next weird doodle.
Hey!
here are your choices.
Hey!
Pick something. What did everybody pick?
Hey!
Total failure by everybody. Enter your titles now. And here are your choices. Here's everybody's picks. Well, I thought it was obvious. I guess I was the only one. Enter anything that could almost make sense now.
Hey!
Okay, here are your choices.
Hey!
Pick something. And here are your picks.
Hey!
Oof, everyone got that one wrong. And this one. Here are your choices.
Hey!
What did everybody pick? No correct guesses. Ooh, that hurts. Another batch of titles are heading to your devices as I speak. Get ready to draw them.
Hey!
You have 30 seconds before you... I have your drawings, and I know what to do with them. Put in your titles now.
Hey! Okay, here are your choices. Hey!
All right, who picked what? Good effort, everybody. Type in your titles now.
Good luck with this one.
Hurry up, typing time is almost over. And here are your choices. What did everybody pick? I should probably be saving these drawings or something. Enter anything that could almost make sense now.
Hey!
Okay, here are your choices.
Hey!
Here's everybody's picks. All right, well, we're done with that now. Put in your titles now.
Hey!
Here are your choices.
Hey!
And here are your picks.
Hey!
Does anyone pay attention to the things I say here before going to the score tallies? I don't think they do. I really don't. Okay, let's do this again.
Hey!
35. Ah! 30. And here are your choices.
Hey!
25. 20. 15. Here's everybody's picks. Cha-ching. Ah! Cha-ching.
Hey!
Cha-ching. Cha-ching. You're all wrong. Everybody's wrong. Cha-ching. Type in a convincing title now. 55.
Hey!
50. 25. 40. 35. Ah! 30. 25. 20. 15. Hurry up! Typing time is almost over. Okay, here are your choices. 25. Ah! 20.
Hey!
15. 10. Pick something. What did everybody pick? Ah! Cha-ching. 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 Cha-ching.
Hey!
Cha-ching. Pizza Pac-Man? That might be one of the stupider titles we put in this game.
Hey!
Ah!
Start of game activation is live. We're set.
Cookie, no, we didn't install a urinal in the studio.
This is You Don't Know Jack 2015. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson. And hey, wipe that smile off your face. This is serious. Okay, just kidding. There will be farts and stuff. Well, look at this triumvirate of brainiosity-ism-ness. Handle those screws carefully. You can force another player to answer immediately by hitting your screw button. If they miss it, you win extra bonus dollars. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
The San Francisco Otter Choir. Free concerts every Wednesday, except for mating season.
Sniff out our sponsor's wrong answer of the game and you'll end up with a great prize and serious cash. And right this way.
Get ready, time for question. One.
To get things rolling, Bootyful. Let's analyze one of Kim Kardashian's body parts. About what percentage of Kim Kardashian's brain is just made up of water? 10%, 40%, 80%, or 100%? Player 2. Players 1 and 3. Kim Kardashian's brain, and everybody else's brain for that matter, is made up of about 80% water. But that other 20% is just so round and firm, I can't stop thinking about it.
Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
Why not try? His acting is alright. So, you know how they called Matthew McConaughey's resurgence as an actor his McConaissance? Well, if Matthew McConaughey is currently experiencing a McConaissance, then what period of his life just ended? The McCona Dark Ages, the McCona Industrial Age, the McCona Middle Ages, or the McCona Enlightenment Age? Player 1, not much time left. Player 2. Players 1 and 3. All wrong. Want to see the answer? The Renaissance first occurred in Italy in the late 14th century, immediately following the Middle Ages. So the McConaissance would follow the McCona Middle Ages. Which is funny because most Renaissance sculptures also need to put on a damn shirt.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
I call this one brought to you by the letter Unibrow.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
And if you get this one right, I'll rustle up some extra moolah for you. Arrange these Sesame Street characters in order of fewest to most eyebrows. Bert, Ernie, the Count. Ernie, Bert, the Count. Bert, Ernie, the Count. The Count, Bert, Ernie, or Ernie, the Count, Bert. Player 1, who's gonna get it? You can't just leave your screw hanging out in the breeze like that. Let's try to forget that ever happened. Player 3. How do you say, no? Player 2. Ernie has no eyebrows at all, Bert has one long single eyebrow, and the Count has two eyebrows! You just picked up an extra $1,000 for that. And yet, none of them have ever blinked. Up next, Duck, Duck, Swan? Say the cast of Duck Dynasty attends a performance of Swan Lake and thinks there are real waterfowl on stage. In their confusion, which character would they most likely shoot? Siegfried, Benno, Von Rothbart, or Odette? Players 1, 2, and 3. Odette is a princess who has been turned into a swan, so the Duck Dynasty crew would probably fill her full of lead. Especially if they find out she once fooled around with a lady swan in college.
5 fingers!
Open wide for the man in the backwards yellow hat, and it's a dis or dat. Player 2. Don't say I never gave you anything. Play this dis or dat and try to improve your score. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one you tell me if it's an alleged antic by pop star Justin Bieber or an antic by the classic children's book character Curious George. If it's Justin Bieber, press the square button. If it's Curious George, press the circle button. Now the rest of you should listen carefully. Lock in your answers before player 2 does, and if player 2 gets it wrong, I'll split that cash among everyone who got it right. Alrighty then, here it comes. Peed in a mop bucket. Broke his leg falling from... Arrested for falsely... Egged a house. Got high on ether. Fed a bugle to an ostrich. Went to a Brazilian brothel. Forget George, I'm curious how someone could do this badly. I think we can all agree that it's time for that little bastard to get deported. And then it's your turn, Bieber. Let's say so long to round 1. And player 3 is at the front of the class. Let's see if they stay there. Keep in mind, all the prizes are doubled in round 2. And remember, our wrong answer to the game is still out there waiting to be picked. Let's see what's in store. Pucker up for Dumber and Dumberer 2. So there's Dumb and Dumber, and then there was Dumb and Dumberer, and then Dumb and Dumber 2. Makes perfect sense. Now, going back a few decades, there was The Odd Couple and The Odd Couple 2. So, if another remake of The Odd Couple used the superlative adjective, it would be called The Blank Couple. Odd, odder, oddest, or odderest. Players 1 and 3. Now that's just the dumberest answer I ever heard. Player 2. Odd is the adjective, odder is the comparative adjective, and oddest is the superlative adjective. But of course, everyone who made the original Odd Couple movies is dead, which means it's the perfect time for Rob Schneider to swoop in and revitalize the franchise.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Here's a good one. Let it go, let it go, let it go. At which temperature would Olaf from the movie Frozen melt and die? 30 degrees Kelvin, 30 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius, or 30 degrees Rankine? He's a snowman. Player 1, watch the clock. Player 3? You may not know how temperatures work. Players 1 and 2? 30 degrees is below freezing in Fahrenheit and insanely below freezing in Kelvin and Rankine. But it's pretty balmy in Celsius, about the equivalent of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And I know, blah, 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 he can magically be saved, but I'm talking about what would happen in the real world to a talking snowman.
Follow me down to the sea.
Here we have Kangaroo, peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus?
Kangaroo, peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
First spotted in 1879. Kangaroo, peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus? I've heard baby Einstein cried a lot because he left behind some important equations on the uterine wall. Player 3, that answer has a hole in it. Here's one for you. Wine or lose? If the Washington Redskins rebranded themselves with a non-offensive red-skinned mascot, what could they be called? The Washington Chardonnays, the Washington Malbecs, the Washington Pinot Blancs, or the Washington Rieslings? Watch the clock. Players 1 and 2. Check, please. Here's what a right answer looks like. Chardonnays, Pinot Blancs, and Rieslings are all white-skinned grapes, but the Malbec grape is red. Although to a connoisseur like myself, Malbec is very offensive. Oh yes, I do say that was quite a burn. Take a good look at I Want to Lick and Roll All Night. If Kiss singer Gene Simmons' tongue grew to the average length of an adult giraffe's, how deep into a woman's mouth could he stick it when he kissed her? About 5 inches deep, about 10 inches deep, about 20 inches deep, or about 30 inches deep? Player 3, come on! Player 3? I think at that point it would practically be coming out the other end. Players 1 and 2? An adult giraffe's tongue is on average about 18 to 20 inches long. So that's about how deep into a woman's mouth a giraffe-tongued Gene Simmons could stick it. And if Gene Simmons' neck grew to the length of an adult giraffe's, he may not even need women anymore. Brace yourself for the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press the X button. 2,000 if you're right, but you lose 2,000 if you're wrong. And I see you don't need me for anything. It's all yours. Your house is made of what? What materials are their houses made from? Good luck. 2 has it. Player 2, you came out way ahead in that game. Player 1, Player 3, you both need to pull your head out. That way you'll be able to fully appreciate it when I say, "You don't know Jack!"
This goes now. This the other game might stop